Okay, all right, it's Wednesday, October the 16th, 10:05 a.m. We're at the Rancho Bernardo History Museum to conduct an oral history interview. My name is Vincent Rossi, and I'm here on behalf of the Rancho Bernardo Historical Society to conduct the interview with Mary Beth Doss. We welcome you, Mary Beth, and thank you for agreeing to be interviewed. And I'll start by noting that you are 99 years old.
Yes.
And you will be 100 next year.
June 13th.
June 13th, okay. Oh, thank you. Congratulations on a long and continuously active life. I should know, I was noting when I was looking up your name that there was the San Diego City Council last June issued a proclamation declaring it Mary Beth Doss Day. And they said that your life was a, quote, I'm quoting the city council here, a testament to resilience, community spirit, and a dedication to health, music, and service. And I understand regarding music, you're continuing to participate in dance classes?
Yes.
Are you in
Line dance.
line dance?
Yeah. Yes.
How often do you do that?
Well, we try. I would hope once a week.
Oh, okay. Okay. And I understand also at the last 4th of July celebration, you sang the national anthem?
National anthem. At two places.
Oh, two places?
Yes, one by the, where the train station is, and then the other one over at the park.
Oh.
In Poway.
In Poway.
Yes, in Rancho Bernardo, I guess.
Yeah.
The big park by the freeway.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's...
So I sang there. I sang both places, yes.
Oh, that was I think that's Webb Park. That's where they have the veterans.
Yes.
Yeah. That's, well, you got it. You had it. Okay, and that you were an active member of the Rancho Bernardo Rotary?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Rancho Bernardo Chorale, which I sang with that group for 34 years.
Yeah, your son Joel told me about that. And, well, let's get into your whole education here and your background. Now, because I understand you live in Poway, correct?
Now?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
And you still live in Poway in another location now?
Is that still Poway?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is, yeah, okay. Since you came to San Diego County, have you always lived in Poway or Rancho Bernardo?
Well, I started in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then I went to, when I was in the Navy, it was in San Francisco.
Okay.
And when I married a Navy man, we have lived in wherever he was transferred. So we have lived in Florida, New York,
okay. In different places. Well, okay. So you started out in Omaha, Nebraska? So you grew up there?
Yes.
Okay. And when did you first leave Nebraska? Do you remember?
When I joined the Navy.
Okay. And that was in World War II?
Yes.
Okay. And you joined the Navy and you joined the Waves, I understand?
They were called Women Accepted for Voluntary Emergency Service.
Okay.
So this was, the War Department decided that there were a lot of men in the U.S. and they needed fighting men. So, let's have women.
Okay.
And it freed up all of these men to go to the Pacific.
Okay. And
That's when women started.
And when you joined, where were you living when you joined?
In Omaha.
Oh, in Omaha?
Yeah.
Okay. What brought you to California? At some point you met.
Oh, well, when I joined the Navy, I was in New York City for
Like training?
the training was in New York, and then you were assigned to, according to your intelligence,
Yeah.
you got a good job in the Navy. So, and that was in San Francisco at the Naval Hospital, out in the middle of the water there.
Oh, okay.
The bay, out in the bay.
Out in the bay. Okay. All right. All right. So you started working at the hospital, and I think they you were a corpsman.
Core wave.
Core wave. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I know in one of the newspapers they used the word corpsman, but I thought core wave is more accurate. Yeah.
Yes, we were called core wave.
Core waves. Okay. And
I did a lot of back rubs.
oh yeah.
Oh, yes. All those sailors in the evening, they saw this little short gal and they decided, oh, we all need a back rub.
Okay. All right. So you were very good at it, I assume. Okay. So, and when did you meet your future husband? When did you meet Joel?
Actually, I met him. I was transferred to the office there at
The hospital?
At the hospital, and he was also working at the hospital.
Oh.
And we met
Okay.
because we worked at the same office.
Oh. Okay. And when did you marry?
In 1949.
Oh, 49. Okay.
I was already, well, because that's the first time I met my husband.
Okay.
And then after I got out, I came back in the reserve. And when I had my 2 weeks duty, we met again.
Oh.
And that's when Joel decided that he wanted to marry me.
I see. Okay. This was in San Francisco. Okay. All right. So you got married in San Francisco, and when did you come to San Diego County?
I don't remember the date because he was in the Navy and he was in the Navy, so
He got moved
in
around.
Florida, we lived in New York.
Okay. Okay.
I think we lived in Washington, D.C. No, I mean the state of Washington.
The state of Washington. Okay.
But when we actually came to I don't remember.
Okay. All right. It was let's see. Well, you said you sang for the chorale for 35 years?
Yes. So that would be like 35 years ago. We lived in Poway.
Okay. All right.
Whatever that would be.
That would
say.
That sounds like
try
around
40.
Pardon me?
Maybe 40 years ago.
Oh, 40 years ago.
Lived in Poway.
Okay, so that would be like in the 1980s or something like that. Okay, and that brought you here. And when did you first? Do you remember when you first heard about Rancho Bernardo?
Well, it probably was 40 years ago.
Okay.
It's because it was shortly after we moved there anyway.
Okay. Okay.
And, it would either be 39 or 40 years because of how long Pat Bean was there, the corral, the person.
Oh, the corral leader. Yeah. Okay, Pat Bean. Okay. Okay.
Rancho Bernardo, so she lived in Rancho Bernardo.
Yeah. Okay.
And
And at that point, I mean, Rancho Bernardo had been in existence since about 1961. That's when the first developments were, first housing developments were created.
But when I started there would be when they, at the high school where they built the Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
So the first year that they opened that, we sang there.
Okay.
I was an usher there.
Oh, you were?
Oh,
Okay.
yes, I was an usher.
Okay. And you're also singing.
Yes.
Yeah. Were you trained in
And
singing?
I still sing at church.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Did you have musical training as a singer?
Yes. I learned my first song from my aunt, who was a professional vocalist.
Oh.
She sang at weddings and things like that.
Oh.
When I was 3 years old, and I have been singing ever since.
Oh.
I'm still singing.
Oh. Oh, good.
I did a little program over at where I live, and
Great.
people there know I sing.
So you.
Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front instead of just passing by life. With the rest of them, with the best of them, I can hold my head up high. For I've got a goal again, I've got to drive again. I want to feel my heart coming alive again before the parade passes by.
Excellent. Excellent. That's inspiring. That's an inspiring song.
It's just in me. I have to sing. It's what I did in college. That's my college.
Okay. Where did you go to college?
San Francisco Women's College.
Okay.
When I went to college, men went to university, women went to college.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I understand that.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah. Yes.
But later on, finally, they decided that we were, some of the courses that we took were the same.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But they were university and we were college.
Yeah.
Same course.
Same courses, yeah, I'm
But
sure.
now it's in the 50s, I think, changed so that
They began
Yes.
to make them
yes.
equal. I think I remember.
Yeah, women became equal to the men.
More equal anyway. So as far as when let's see, in the 1980s, Poway, where you were raising your family was in Poway, right? Or was it in RB? Do you remember where you first started raising your family?
Oh, well, Poway was really pretty new at the time.
Yeah, I get from what I've read, a lot, even Poway was still developing. I mean, Poway, I remembered it wasn't even incorporated as a city until like 1980 or something like that.
Now there's apartments along the highway, along Poway Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's apartments now. When we moved, it was flat. It was no cars.
No
yet.
cars? Okay.
But
Yeah.
now, of course, it's full of apartments
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
down there. But when we moved in, there were the cars weren't there yet.
Did you have to drive to buy food and things like that from where you were living?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because Our house was the end of the street, so it's still that way.
Well, how did you hear about the corral at first? Do you remember?
Yes, because I went to St. Gabriel's Church, and of course I naturally started singing in the choir, and another man that was in the choir said, "Oh, come on over and get in the RV corral." And that's when they first built the performing arts at Poway High.
Oh, the Poway Performing Arts Center. Yeah, okay.
Rancho Bernardo Corral, RV Corral, was the first group that was actually paid to sing there. Before that it had just been built, and the high school had a couple of places.
Oh, okay.
And the first paid performance was Rancho Bernardo Corral.
First professional performance, wow. Okay.
And there's quite a few now. Oh, so, yeah. Eleanor, the lady who did a performance of Eleanor Roosevelt. That was one of the first big shows.
Productions? Oh.
I remember that so well because Eleanor, to me, was a better person than her husband. I always thought.
Okay. Yeah, many people admired her, I think more than him. When I was growing up, my grandparents worshipped both of them. But,
yes.
We,
I remember the presidents.
yeah. So, the Poway City Council talked about your dedication to health, music, and service.
In my house right now, there's a big thing on my wall, how good I was there. The goods that I did there.
The thing you did, things you did at the center.
It's
like
in my house right now. It's
like a tribute.
Yeah, it's a tribute from this city.
Oh, from the city of Poway.
City of Poway.
Oh, okay.
So I must have done something.
Yeah, oh, you must have, I'm sure. Did you know some of the people from the Poway Historical Society, like Andy Kirkham? Did you know Andy Kirkham?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All I remember is that my husband was here, and you have him, and it's out there, and I have the brick.
And you've obviously you've been in this museum before, obviously with the brick, and they've had, this is...
I was trying to think who, but I just don't remember names.
Well, that's one.
So anyway, well, if there's something else.
Well, I just wondered, now where did you get the hat?
Well, you go down to the, what is it, the Marine Corps on Poway, on the freeway.
The Marine Corps
yeah.
depot, or okay.
I think probably, or I could have gotten it even sooner than that. But you can't purchase this if you have the right.
Yeah.
If I have the right authority, I can buy it.
Buy that, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And it's just World War II. Unfortunately, I had some white hats that disappeared.
But,
and I don't stay there 24 hours a day because Joel takes me to church and line dancing and
But Joel drives you around here.
yes.
Okay. And I understand he participates in some of these classes, dance classes too?
Oh, yes. That's how yes, he does, definitely. And square dancing also.
Square dancing, okay.
And I usually go to watch.
Oh. Okay.
Well, too many turns for me.
Okay.
And I like to, the man who plays the music, I like his music, so I listen to his music, and I see a lot of the fancy skirts.
Mm-hmm.
And the men, some of the men dress very well too.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh. All right.
So I am active, but I've always been active.
And you
Never had a car. When I was a kid, my folks didn't have a car, so we walked. I mean,
You walked everywhere.
and in high school, I was, you can get in the, yes,
So you always liked those kind of activities?
yes, always.
Okay. Okay.
And of course, in the Navy, I did a lot of marching in the Navy.
Ah.
When you first join, you do a lot of marching. And I was in New York when the war ended.
What did you think of what did you think of the big city compared to where you'd grown up in like Omaha?
Oh, I liked it.
You did?
Well, because when I was there, I was able to go to St. Patrick's.
Oh.
I was able to go to the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, okay.
Everything downtown. Let's see, I was trying to think of one thing at Christmas that everybody wanted to do. Now
was that the Macy's parade or? Oh, that was Thanksgiving.
Well,
That was Thanksgiving. Okay. Okay.
but anyway, no, I've always been a very active person because we had to walk when I was a kid.
Okay. Okay.
No, that was it.
Did you use horses too, or horses? Did you have horses in those days? No. Okay.
I understand that my grandmother had a horse
Okay.
in Omaha,
That would make sense.
but it was already gone by the time I remember. But my dad would tell me that what she rode with was called a phaeton.
Oh yeah.
A phaeton.
Yeah.
That he would fix it so Grandma could ride in this phaeton, which I had seen, but it was most of that, any of that was pretty well gone before I.
But this area, like Rancho Bernardo and the Poway area, were still relatively rural areas up until like
I don't
the
know.
1960s or so.
Yeah.
And I've read about, I read about people having phaetons in this area
Okay.
in the 1910s.
It's just, how you
20s.
remember a word.
It was a form of transportation,
Yeah.
I think even there was a car maker, once they started making automobiles, they called their car model a phaeton. I think it was a
okay.
Ford.
Could be.
Because that, people were used to that, and it was a comfortable kind of thing to ride in.
Yeah.
And
Well, I did drive until I got pretty bad, and
now how long ago did you have the stroke? You said about 2 years?
is it, I think, yeah, it would be 2 or
Okay.
I guess,
Okay.
2 to 3,
2 to 3.
somewhere between 2 and 3 in that area because,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And, I mean, I'm healthy from here down. Where I live, I have 2 rooms. I have comfortable bedding and
Yeah. Okay.
I have a large television.
Oh.
And I have the
You have,
computer.
Oh, you have a computer.
Computer.
Okay. All
I
right.
can still use some, but I don't really do very much with
Yeah.
it.
Okay. Do you
I
communicate?
used to play some of the different games.
Okay. So you.
But, I have to make everything larger.
Oh yeah, sure. Enlarge thing. That's.
In fact, I'm still seeing this eye doctor.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
Injections.
Oh, getting injections. Okay. Okay.
For about
But
7 years now, I think. And what it's to do is to keep me from going blind.
I see.
I don't see a lot with it. Yeah, I can see you there, I can see you, but your face is not real clear.
Oh.
So this eye is not real good, but this one, if they stick that needle in and push the stuff in.
Okay.
So
Well, I guess.
it keeps me from going blind.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So I know you're having some memory problems, but are there still memories that stick out in your mind from your time here in San Diego, the time you've been living here?
Well, like I said, I can't read. I mean, the print is just too small.
Yeah.
And if it was enlarged, it's slow to try to read, so I gave up reading, but I used to read a lot. I mean, novels
Oh, you used to.
and the newspaper. I guess you call it news. But on the television, I can. Well, in the first place, they gave me a big one. It's about this big.
Oh, big screen. Yeah.
And I can.
Do you use email? Do you use email? Do you communicate with people by email?
I do a little
Uh-huh.
because I want to keep up with some of my cousins and
Oh, yeah.
friends.
We've covered a lot in terms of your life. I guess it's like in a normal day, a normal day's routine. What is routine like for you nowadays?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh yeah.
No, I do talk to, I have met some of the other people there, but there are some people that I talk to, and we do have exercise class there, and there are different people that come in, and we have sometimes music. Oh, we had a young man. He was in his early 20s, I think,
Yeah.
that could play the piano like crazy. And we have a piano there, so we have that. And we had this one man comes and they put this over your eyes and it enlarges, and it's different animals and things like that that you can see through this
Oh, this viewer thing?
this viewer. That was interesting. And sometimes we have a little history. One time we had, it spread out all these different pictures, and you had to know, like, who was this one or what country was. So
yes,
there was
yeah.
pictures.
Pictures, yeah, okay.
And you could see that. So there's usually something going on.
Yeah, and so you're involved in these
And
activities.
there's the large television, and usually there's people there. And people line up when it's almost lunchtime, you know, they're there. So you can go and talk to some of your friends, like 10 minutes before lunch starts or something.
In the food line, yeah, okay.
And I do talk to, I have, there's a very nice couple right in front of me that I can walk over and talk to
Chat
them.
with them, okay.
There's a couple of men that come out in the evening about 8:30 or 9 o'clock to smoke their cigars. They can't do it in the room.
In the rooms? Oh, okay.
But there's a garden there.
A garden, okay.
And there's another man who is into gardening, and he has been planting some things.
Oh.
And I brought some from where I lived. I brought a couple of
Plants?
They were plants. I am not a farmer, or I don't know any. If I plant it, it probably dies. But there were some things that my husband had planted, and so I had brought those with me, or Joel had brought them over, and so there is a nice garden there. There's a number of chairs and a small.
To sit out and enjoy the garden.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
that you can, sometimes at 9 o'clock I go out because there's one lady that smokes sometimes, and there's two guys that have their cigars almost every night, so I go out and I can, just
Enjoy a smoke-free atmosphere.
yeah, a little,
Yeah. You mentioned a piano. Do you play piano? Or do you play any instrument? No, okay.
No, because every time my mother really tried to get me to play the piano. We had a piano. And I'd start to play, and I'd think, I'd be singing. So much easier to sing. And I love to sing.
Yeah.
So the piano kind of went, there were a few, actually when we lived in Poway, we did have,
Like an electronic piano?
yeah, electronic type thing.
Okay.
And I could, because you could hit one note for the chord, and I could play
Oh, okay.
a little
Play-
bit
play
here,
other
just play a chord,
Okay. Yeah, it's
a
like
few things,
like a
but
simple-
not much.
Yeah.
But
Do they, at where you live now, do they have any kind of choral group or anything that?
not
No?
that I know of.
Oh, that's too bad, because you obviously like to sing.
I think I've talked enough.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for
But
this about
anyway,
our
it's been a pleasure.